All right. Thankfully, I just realized I never hit the recording button, but I missed this trade. This was insane. 662. The high was 675. Entry would have been at 675, and it went to 810. That was cool. Now this could keep happening, but I am currently nervous. Currently backside, right? False breakout. Holding on VWAP, does it? Yeah, dude, look at that. That was amazing. Again, I might be sitting on the sidelines because, well, feeling a bit nervous. That's why. Dang it, I couldn't be quick. I got 300 shares out at 809. Ended up selling at 750 for the rest. Realizing $319 red day. Because I missed the first 1 minute pullback. Bummer. That was a bummer. Hit a high of 810. I thought I got the full position out, but I ended up having to double take and I was still in. 820, look at that. Dang, 865. I just saw 865. Dude, that would have been such a good trade. And the best trade was right here. Dang it, man. That's day trading. That was a bummer. So that will mark me going in the wrong direction now. Which is fine. dealt with worse losses, but that's exactly why I need to. I mean, that was quick, right? I thought it executed the full position. I don't know how I didn't see that, but now I have my eye dialed, right? I needed to make these mistakes live, feel. It wasn't even a mistake. I just needed to be quicker, didn't get filled. I should have been able to cancel the order real quick, put another order out. I had the opportunity to sell. Just it flashed low, way low. Down to 60 on the bid. I was like, oh well, crap. Losses are real, and the wins will be real as well. Darn it. That is very interesting. That was that quick smack. Right? No, not quick. I was quick, but I didn't double check my. I assumed, right? I assumed because I hit. I didn't assume. I saw it right away. I saw it almost instantly. That I didn't get filled, but then it dropped, right? And right there, I should have hit the bid at 85. Not a big deal. But I ended up selling at 50 once it broke that level. And then it curled right back up the stair step. So I had to sell on this candle. I never have to sell. I could have held that. What if it dropped $1 real quick? That stuff can happen. The stock is moving points. And I hope my mentor made money. It's not all about making money, but as long as increasing the skill. That sucked. But hey. That would have been a really, really good trade. In that 1 minute, I could have potentially grabbed. Yeah, 20/20 hindsight, but most careers you don't come in and you lose $300 in the first 5 seconds. The losses are real, and the wins will be just as real. buying off VWAP, see if we can get some crazy extension. Obviously, I'm in at 60. Just looking to see if I can stay in it. Stop is 60 or close to it. With this stock, you don't really... Back out of 54. It got a nice move back up to 804. From 60 to 804. Could have exit, right? It's the same share size I just lost. Or the same price, or same cents, right? And I was able to practice getting out break even. That was a little unfortunate, but all I did wrong, or not wrong there, was I didn't, the millisecond, right? This is really fast stuff. The millisecond, I did not see that I did not fill all my shares. And it reversed. It didn't go. Hindsight. I went to a low of 37. My entry was 8. Way too high. Not necessarily way too high, but this... the first pullback. That's where I should have been. Micro pullback. Dang it. The live emotions. 14 minutes, 20 seconds. Biggest red day of the video. Or the video series. 325. I am not... But then it's like, do I beat myself up? No. Why would I do that? Was it an aggressive entry after seeing this false breakout? Yes. I should have probably put my order at the highs, but seeing it go from $4 to $8 kind of created some internal fear and then some internal FOMO, fear of missing out. That would have been a great trade still from 8 to 8.9 if I would have filled the full thing. With the potential to squeeze through the highs through 8.18. That was an awesome move. That I haven't seen personally in a little bit of time. I know there's in this market there's been hit miss, but this is the first one that I've wanted to trade. And I missed it because I was a little nervous. Little nervous. Big spreads. And then when I actually got the confidence to punch it, well, bing bing, didn't have full position out, didn't quickly cancel my order, right? Control Q cancels my orders, and then I had to put another order out there because it was still at 809, right? And then the bid dropped, the ask dropped down to 86. My entry was 8, that's 20 cents. I had a moment's notice to then either A, hit the bid, which is at 60, or try and put an order out at 84. I then that moment's hesitation where I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me give it a second. And then mentally I'm like, well, I can't do that because this stock can move 50 cents. And then it did with a split second later. So this is the breakdown of what just went down. Again, still need to capitalize on the better. Front side, I got front side, right? That was exactly what I wanted. Then I need the 1 minute pullback. Boom. There's a micro pullback. It was on light volume coming up. I mean, again, this is the journey. Welcome to the arena. See, I used to let that frustrate me, right? Just a simple mistake. But now, it's inevitable, right? Not being able to quickly cancel my order. Well, I am able. Right, that was potentially a slight deer in the headlights moment, right? When it didn't fill, notice didn't fill, and it's like, oh crap, okay. Well, what do I gotta do? I gotta very quickly hit the ask. I tried to fill on the ask again because I want to get best price. But on a slip like that, I can maybe wait for the extension now, the pullback, after the breakout, the stair step, and then find my entry. But each stock is going to be different, so I have to have my risk analysis dialed in. So potentially when I saw this moving points, even though that I'm taking 1,000 shares, $8.65 down to $7.20. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, this move from 4 to $8.65, awesome. But the danger of having, right, the unlimited trades, right? Okay, here, does it go? Back above VWAP, you know, if it retests and then breaks back above 806, you know, it's probably going to be on again. Or it's going to fade hard off of this VWAP right now. Oh man. That is the real struggle of day trading. So let's say you got stubborn, right? Instead of it doing this here. My earliest warning was this small false break. Once it actually got above that level, it tapped it here again. Then you get the move from 822 to 865 into the daily resistance. Off the daily resistance by literally to the penny. I got it at 847. So, yeah, it did hit 847. Yeah. I went to 865 and then rolled over. Yeah. So, I mean, so on share size, or on cents per share, that really does not look good on my metrics. From 8 down to 9, or down to... So I got 700 shares out at 50. So unfortunate. So 11 of 723. A high of 818. So I was risking way more than what my potential profit was there. And that reflected on the trade. yeah, now that I'm doing them live, they're not live, but I'm recording these so I can re-listen. The extra pressure is actually kind of nice. I don't know how to explain it, but I have to perform. Not like I didn't have to perform before, but now the emotions are even more raw than before. In live time, I have to be there for myself. Financial losses create an invisible cut, sometimes a gash, sometimes take an arm off, right? You can really take your own arm off if you revenge trade, if you attack back, right? If I had unlimited buying potential, with margin, you basically have unlimited buying potential. You can buy and sell, and your funds are available right away. So that I could let trigger me. But then I'm, get in a dip, get back out. I have more free room to do other things when I have, some people probably, if they bought for this, they would have bought here, right? These two, the good money was right here, right here, as volume was ramping up. Micro pullback, boom. Got to be quicker than that. Boom. I always have to, just need to glance over, make sure I glance over. I mean, that happened, because if you're not mentally, right, if that's not trained, like, obviously, I'm always training, but there was, like, seconds, right, where I'm not acting when I need to be acting, right? That moment's hesitation where it's like, oh wait, hang on, what I gotta do? Okay, boom, okay. That slight hesitation of once I saw that I only filled 300 shares, it's like, oh, okay, crap. And then I could have been quicker there. So some live FOMO, fear of missing out, because it was a big move moving. It's our leading gapper. As a very small float, 512,000. And that's why things can move that quick, right? And the traders that are really good capitalized on that move. Now, where did I end up? Still trading temporary backside after this false breakout. False breakout, pulled down. I could have waited. But then even, yeah, so hopefully the mic quality sounds even better today. I was messing with it, got some tips from some friends. You having fun yet? Bet you thought I'd be coming in here making a bunch of money. Bet you thought that it was all fun and games to be a day trader. It's all handy dandy. Click a couple buttons, walk away with $1 million. No siree. Click a couple buttons, you can lose. You get smacked around. This is a fight. Welcome to the arena. One of the hardest markets to trade in right now. Welcome to the arena, right? I get to keep the red lights on. Romantic. Yeah, I'm gonna be dreaming about that one. So now that this is happening, now that it's live, and I rewatch this stuff, and I'm healing the past trauma that you can literally develop trauma in trading. It's a real thing. It is a literal real thing. And then you can start, parts of you will literally deer in the headlights you. This automatic reflex. The reptilian brain. So it's easy to look back and be like, oh, well, I should have been here, do this, until you start feeling it. Was I in a bad position? I don't think necessarily it was bad, besides the fact that the risk reward really wasn't there. I was counting on like a squeeze back through the highs, trapping short sellers. The thing went points. When it can go points, it can go more points. When it can go 100%, and go another 100%. That's how it is in day trading. That is how it is. So I stepped up to the plate still, even though that I was scared. Being scared is not an ideal thing. To alleviate that fear, sometimes what someone will do is either get in at the wrong spot, right? That impulsivity will heals or stops the fear of missing out psychologically. This is what is happening. So this causes traders to get into sketchier areas, right? Buying the highs, chasing it, This was just too good. Boom, buying right to the highs. High at 75, then went right, buying at 75, it went to a high of 810. 675 to 810. Could even bought this first false breakout after. been quick. Still had my average cost down here. This thing would be cool to go through VWAP and see it, retest this 803 level. The VWAP bounce I bought. This training is, again, to only get out break even or close to it, mentally training that. When it's low share size, it's not gonna make back $325. And I'm not here to make back $325. I'm here to make a new win, right? I'm here to go on a win streak. So when you have the mentality of getting this back, right, I'll show up tomorrow more aggressive. And my intuition isn't properly trained. I have a lot of knowledge on how to work everything, how to set up the hotkeys, what stocks to look for. It's just about building that repetition, checking the daily chart, going over the daily chart. What does the 5 minute look like? Okay, now can I look for an entry on the 1 minute? All right. Now how does level 2 look? Is it, is it thick? How are the spreads? Is it big spreads? Am I going to have to reduce share size because the spreads are too big? And or wait for them to tighten up. I mean, that was probably too risky of a trade for me currently. Now, when you are new, everything seems like everything is a opportunity, right? But as day trading goes on, it becomes, wow, there are more areas here where I can get smacked around than there are to make money. Yeah, these talks have been more therapeutic for me than anything. Going back through is training. Alright, here's the next break of VWAP. Stayed under, and now we're curling back above. Does it sustain above this level? Does it hold it? And it does not look like it's going to. VWAP is at 37. Went to a high of 37, or went to a high of 47. Back below. I'm actually kind of glad that I started out the video series with a losing streak. How cool is that? I mean, it's not like I'm excited that I'm losing money, but it's the ability to not let losing money phase you. This cannot phase you. This cannot upset you. And I know it's going to. It's going to bring up, if you're new, it's going to bring every single emotion out in you that you never even thought existed. It's going to bring up past traumas in a sense of how you're responding. It's not necessarily the outcome or the past trauma that happened that makes you react in these ways. Or it's not the actual trauma itself. Or what am I trying to say here? The traumas, the trauma response, the emotions that are coming up are some of the same emotions that you were probably feeling in past trauma, that your emotional system, your automatic system behind the scenes will be trying to block these feelings out. And certain ways of these feelings would be, like I explained earlier, where the quickest way to alleviate fear of missing out is by getting in. Right? So alleviating the emotional distress is the outcome of poor stock trading. Other than the fact of being, I mean, you can go through the courses, you can learn all this stuff, you can have, a 90 in the class, you can do all these things perfectly, right, and still not make money. So then you start thinking, okay, why is this? And it's psychological. This is a war. I would rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener at war. The emotional awareness and emotional conditioning is the good word. Emotional conditioning. Yes, that was not very fun. But little to no emotional reaction in the sense of a reaction. It happened. It's okay. I'm here for me. What can I do better? Right? These are the questions. Now, if I catch you beating yourself up, I'll tell you my story one day. But for now, I gotta focus on turning these red lights green and getting a green streak going, because, well, if I can get in my accuracy, even if I'm gonna go for small trades, I have to turn this around. Alright, well, I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, I could show up and continue to lose. If that happens, I will be forced to reduce share size. I will have more trades. More dialed in trades. So it's all about adjusting, right? So right now, if the big share size is making me quick, and the emotional conditioning from the bigger share size is improving me. Like I said before, the emotional conditioning with small share size is just not there. Either way, it's creating great content. I mean, come on. You know? So now it faded off VWAP. Rejected VWAP, and now it's fading. unfortunately, I missed the best move. Like I said at the start of the video, or the start of the series, is I probably will be missing moves. Until I get more dialed in. But that is the purpose of this. So even if my mentor ends up watching these, he could critique me. Right? Get me to where he is. I mean, that's been the goal the whole time. I mean, some people learn this so fast, and their brains are just wired for day trading. I've had to wire my brain for day trading. Because simply, this is what I want to do. And nothing's going to stand in my way of me achieving it. Even if that was myself at the time. I would beat myself up. I'd get upset. Potentially take it out on others. But over time, if you get beat up enough and you stand up enough times, your emotional conditioning will increase. I mean, the amount of stuff that you can deal with, the amount of patience that you will have from doing day trading will increase. Your insanity level, I mean, depends how much you lose. And I've blown up accounts. Offshore brokers give you unlimited money. I mean, it's not unlimited money. It's the clearing part of it that gives you unlimited money. The fact that I took all $9,000 of buying power in one trade and missed, and then have to sit here. I didn't really miss. It was more of an awareness of a potential outcome where I need to be quicker. Because I am canceling orders. When they don't fill, I am canceling orders. But for whatever reason, mentally there, I assumed instantly that I was filled a full position because I only saw one block go through. Right? Typically when I sell, it's like it shows a bunch of orders going through, and I know that I got filled, right? But then as those orders are going through, I still check. I still quick glance at my shares. My shares and my current average cost. It's just a quick glance. But this time I didn't do that. Why? Because I saw the one block. And I'm like, all right, there it is. So that practice of quickly glancing, okay, that's good. I mean, it takes a millisecond just to look, just to glance. Just boom. All right, still in the position. It dropped to 80. Boom. It could jump right out on the bid. I mean, it slipped below my entry. Was that a potential dip trade? Did it work? Yeah, sure. But I only have one trade, right? So knowing that this was going to, after seeing the false breakouts, right? Big one here, and then another one following this big one, right? Here. It's really on the 1 minute, but if I did look at the tick chart, I could have seen that. Just training, I must keep training the awareness. So yeah, false breakout. I should have known that it wasn't going to go right back to the highs. So I'll have the consolidation. One minute. So 1, 2, potentially 3, right? So actually This is a dip, micro dip, back to the highs, then micro pullback to the highs. False breakout happened, pull back below the low, bounce up, the stair step, potentially getting the stair step in the ABCD pattern. But if I only have one trade, I'm focusing here. I'm focusing on the front side of the move and the first 1 minute pullback that I can get. Alright, so when I watch this video again, that is where I will be aiming. I've been getting closer. I've been lining up with front side. I've been feeling a little bit of hesitation. Is that the result of showing up multiple days in a row and losing? I could be getting a little bit of self-doubt involved in here, but for the most part, I don't really feel any doubt. Still the same thing. The entry timing is going to be improving. I only have one trade, so I literally think about it all day. About potentially, not all day, but you can't really. Welcome. Anyone that does watch the full videos, have a great day. I will be showing up again tomorrow. And, yeah, giving it another go. I'll be giving it another go, obviously. And find myself in the front side of the move on that first 1 minute pullback. So hopefully I see myself there tomorrow on a good quality stock. It wasn't ideal, but now I will always quick glance. Like, it's like the simplest little thing, right? It's like the simplest little thing. That moment's hesitation, or that moment's assumption. Never assume. Apparently. I mean, I saw that one block. I'm like, alright, sweet. That was 8 to 809. Boom. 1,000 shares, $90. Solid. It didn't squeeze. I looked down. I was like, oh no. I'm still 700 shares in this sucker. And it is not going the right way. It did not squeeze through the highs. And it would have been great if it squeezed through the highs and I sold. And I was like, oh yeah, I only filled 300 shares. And now I'm up 700 because it, went $1 basically from my entry, 65 cents. After it decided it wanted another pullback because, false breakout. So we're going to have this, don't want this point to go below, and then, yeah, so a little too early on where I got in, a little too early. Experienced a little FOMO. I saw the dip, went up to 806, pulled back, and then as it went back through 8, right? As it went back through 8, I was thinking it was going to blow right through the highs. You go right through 810 up to that level. Was it maybe too close to the daily level? Yeah, I mean, it hit it to the T and rolled over, and it's rolled over since. This was our gap. This is our window. And it flagged right on it. On the daily. And realistically, that was it right there. But still, that little area, right? Bing, boom, into a window. Catching the first little area here. Bing, boom. All right, well, that's it. 50. That's my day. Have a great day, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow, and I will be digging myself out of a hole. Yeah. Dig, 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 dig. But I had fun. Alright. Have a great day.